Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mr. Lawrence and in today's video I will show you the best vehicles in my opinion for each class. If you do go on and enjoy this ultimate vehicle guide, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. But before we begin, check out Aurora Resupply. They provide multiple GTA services such as modded accounts, money and rank boost for all platforms. They are cheap, fast and reliable. Don't forget to use my code Lawrence at checkout for a 10% discount. The link will be in the description below, so check them out and let's get straight into the video. We will start with the best class, the Super Class. There are a lot of fast cars in this class, but my favorite is the Cyclone. You can find it on the legendary motorsport website for a little under $1.9 million. It's a really sick and unique car because this car is actually electric. You will hear it when you drive. The acceleration speed of this car is insane and the top speed is also pretty good. I always use this car when I race cause this car feels really nice to drive in and when you have to turn it's really fast. Some other cars that I like in a super class are the Krieger and the T20. The next class is the Sports Class. This is probably my favorite class. My personal favorite sports car is the Italy GTO. It's almost $2 million, so more expensive than the last car, and it's on the legendary motorsport website again. I believe this is based off a Ferrari, but I'm not sure. If you have this car, I recommend adding the color that I have. It's midnight blue and it looks sick. You can also go with a red color. The top speed and acceleration are really good again, and this car doesn't fly all over the place even though you are going so fast. The car also looks really sick, so that's another reason why I chose it. The next class is the Coupes Class. No one really uses cars from this class, but you may need to use a car from the Coupes Class if you race. In this class there's one of my favorite starter cars in GT Online for like players that just started, so level 1 till like level 25. It's the Ocelot F620. You can actually find it on the street if you are lucky. It's a more expensive car, so you will probably find it in the Vinewood area. You can also buy it and it's a good looking car. If you got it from the street, make sure you put full insurance and coverage on it. This car is faster than you think and it's also pretty powerful. The handling and brakes are not that great, but still decent. The next class is the Sports Classic. This may be one of the most beautiful cars in this video, the Turismo Classic. This one is way cheaper than the previous cars. The Turismo is a pretty OG car and this is an updated version. If you customize it, I recommend that you use a red paint job, and if you are on next gen, use the red chameleon color. It looks really sick on this car. I like the Sports Classic class in general cause it has some all-time classics, but they are still pretty fast, especially this car. So that's why I chose it. It's not the fastest nor the slowest car in this video, but an all-round great car. Now we will move on to the muscle vehicle class. This car got added to the game in last year's DLC, the Contract DLC. It's the Buffalo STX and you can find it on the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website. If you go to your agency workshop, you can add a lot of cool and useful gadgets. First you can add Imani Tech, either the remote control unit or the missile lock-on jammer. I prefer the second one because then oppressors for example won't be able to lock on your car. You can also add mounted machine guns and lastly slick proximity mines. So this is a great all-round car. It's a little bit bulletproof from the back, it can take a couple explosions and it has all those cool upgrades. It's also the fastest car in the muscle class. So if you are looking for a really good and fast all-round car, you should get this one. Now for the motorcycle class I actually chose two bikes. The first one can be found on the legendary motorsport website. It's the Shotero at a little over 2.2 million. People also call this the Tron bike. This is the fastest bike on all gen. As you all can see, it's insanely fast and it looks sick, especially at night. So yeah, that's why I really like this bike. I also always use this to complete the time trials. It can take really sharp turns at full speed, just like this. If you don't want to spend that much money, a cheaper option is the Betty 801. This bike has been in the game since the start and it's still a really good bike, and it's only 15k. With this bike, unlike the Shotaro, you can easily pull wheelies. If you keep pulling wheelies, you will go a lot faster. Now this vehicle is a 2-in-1 class. It's the new HSW class and it's only on next gen. So I chose the Hakuchu Drag and it's almost $1 million. In my opinion, this is the best HSW vehicle and also the best motorcycle. So this is the fastest bike on next gen. To make it the fastest, you will first need to go to the LS Car Meet workshop. Then go to Turbo, and here you can get these HSW Turbo upgrades. If you max it out, it will add a whole extra bar to your acceleration, so that's insane. You can now also add this cool red chameleon color and the flames livery. That's what I did and I think it looks pretty cool. Here you can see that it's really fast, and I always use this bike for the HSW time trials. All the HSW vehicles are really fast, but they are expensive, they are pretty much all cars, so this bike is the only HSW bike. Now we will move on to the off-road class. It's a pretty well-known car, it's the Night Shark, and you can find it on the Warstock website. You can also classify it as a weaponized vehicle, but in the game it's actually an off-road vehicle and it's definitely the best car in this class. It's actually really good off-road, it's the most armored vehicle in the game, I believe it can take up to 25 rockets, it's also pretty bulletproof, strong and faster than you might think. The next one is the SUV class. It doesn't sound all that great, but this car is amazing. I think this car is pretty underrated. It's the Taurus. I believe this is a Lambo SUV and it's only 500k. So it's a SUV, but it's pretty fast, and that's why this car is the best in this class. The acceleration isn't that great, but once it picks up some speed, it keeps going faster. I think this car is worth to buy, it's definitely worth the money. Not everything in GT Online is worth to buy, so it's kinda rare to find cars like this for that price. The last class is the aircraft class. For me, the Laser is the best aircraft in GT Online. You may prefer another one like the Starling or B11, but for me it's definitely the Laser. It's 6.5 million and it's actually the most expensive vehicle on the Warstock website. You can also steal it over at the military base, but if you have enough money, just buy it, cause then you can just request it and it will spawn nearby. If you buy it and you fly it into your hangar, you can also customize the paint job, which is pretty cool. It also has really good weapons, it has homing missiles and explosive MG. I really like the explosive bullets. So that's my ultimate vehicle class list. Let me know which vehicles you think are the best in each class and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.